Hey, Fred, you chill. It is Friday. I think it's the 19th, right? What day is it, Deeds?
Today is the 19th of Friday
The
of
19th of
June.
Friday. Yeah. Oh, Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Friday.
Happy
Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth, everyone. June 19th, 2026. It is 8:30 on the East Coast, 7:30 on the Deeds Coast, 6:30 on the Sid Graef Coast, and 5:30 in the morning in
You up early.
AZ. I am
Yeah.
up early. The early
They don't
bird gets
believe
the
in time
worm.
change.
Yeah.
Let me
There
get
he
even with you
is.
guys. There you go.
So we got the landscape Sid going now. And as I mentioned, I'm Jason Gulick, my co-host Mark Deeds Klodzinski, and one of the men behind the scenes of the huge convention, August, 26th, 27th, 28th.
Correct.
Mr. Sid Graef. Sid, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sid.
Thank you. Yeah. Wow. Hey.
Wow.
It
All
Excellent.
right.
is
It's always good to see you guys.
it is
Really
Yeah.
good
great
to see
to
you guys.
It is
Thank you.
great to see you. Deeds is rocking one of the wonderful Fueled by Freedom shirts. I too have one on. These are from last year's, but I am always excited to see you, and you always brighten my day. So thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Here, let me check out. I'm wrecking one of our. Do you see the logo on the back?
Spectrum.
Nice.
That's
Spectrum.
our company swag.
There you
I had
Very
to
go.
cool.
go in this morning. We're doing some video shoot stuff with a few of my guys this morning. So all to get more and more needed content for the web and for social. It just that never ends.
You got to
Um,
feed the machine.
got to feed the machine, and also like you, Mark. I am so excited. This came in the mail or on email the other day, and I was like, "What? I got to order some stuff because I need
Heck
that
yeah.
mug."
That is a
Uh,
classy mug.
yeah, I got my. I call it Freedom America squeegee. It's the USA,
Yeah.
sorbo and
Hmm.
handle and all that stuff. But anyway, gentlemen,
Yeah.
from all across the country. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm excited. If we want to talk about the huge, we want to talk about business, we want to talk about work. Um, I am here for you.
Well,
Well,
we're
thank you.
all here for it, and everybody that comes in Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, they love to hear from our guests like yourself. But today, they're really excited because there's a rumor on the street, and it's not a rumor; it's true. The Huge is coming to town. Well, not to our town, but to Orlando, August 26th, 27th, 28th. And today, if you are in the house and you are looking to get a ticket to get to the Huge, Sid is hooking it up. We are going to give away one ticket today, and an admission for the show. Uh, Good times, camaraderie, fellowship. You can learn from all sorts of different people. There's how many different vendors do you think you guys have this year so far?
We're easily at 110. They may have.
Wow.
I'm not sure if we added more space or not. We were just about sold out 2 weeks ago. We had like two booth space left. So sometimes there's negotiating room with the hotel, and they'll let us add more space and more booths. But just call it 100, 110.
Well, that's
Awesome.
outstanding.
Yeah.
And real quick, I wanted to say good morning to a couple of our listeners. I see. Well, I'm having some issues with my computer. I thought I had it, but it looked like John Magdos was here. Who else is in the house, Deeds?
We got Grace, Ryan, Damian, Adam, Tyler. Good morning, guys. And Kadreen. Good morning. Thanks for popping in, guys.
Right
We
on,
got
right on.
Nathan Pickett needs a ticket, he says.
All right, so
Nathan
Nate
Pickett needs a ticket.
Pickett
He
needs a
rhymed it.
ticket. Didn't
Hell yeah.
Pickett win something from us before?
Not sure,
Sounds
but his last
familiar.
name rhymes with ticket. He's got a good shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys are serious about going and you'd like to get a ticket, please put your information down there. Let us know. Hey, I would like to go. Sid, we also have some other great news too, and I don't know if I want to hold on to this till the end. Actually, yeah, let's hold on to that to the end. Um, what is something that's going on at the Huge this year that hasn't gone on in years past?
Mm. Okay. Well, I'm start by telling you what we're doing that the huge is really all about. I mean, it's education, it's a trade show, but it's really about community and
Yeah.
family. It's like most of us, you guys, myself included, we're off in our little part of the world and we're running our business and we're doing our thing. And you kind of get stuck in a vacuum of your own head because
Sure.
you probably don't have, 4 other window cleaners in your town that you can go have coffee with and say, hey, what's working? What's not working? I need help with this, because they're your competition. But when you're at the huge convention, it's like, those are my people. Like, you guys understand what it's like to be sweaty in the field and have a customer mad because the screen was broken and they blame you, but you didn't do it. Like, there's just a lot of things going on. Or if you get stuck, you're like, hey, I need more leads. What's working for you? Like, the huge is a place for us to connect as a community, as family, so that we continue to support each other and learn from each other. And that's definitely happened this year. There's some cool space at this new property. This is the Gaylord's Palm Hotel,
Yeah.
and just outside of Disney. Really cool spaces where we actually have hangout space. The
Cool.
the the Opryland is a really incredible property, but it's so scattered out. It was like getting
Yeah.
people in one place at one time. It is hard. So this one's better.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. Um, Also, this year we've shifted around. There's going to be a little bit more main stage time for speakers. Like,
Nice.
we're our keynotes this year. Are you guys familiar with? You ever heard of Tom Reber, the
I have
Contractors
not.
Fight? Tom Reber,
Yes.
Sounds
Contractors
familiar.
Fight.
Yeah. Contractors
Yeah,
Fight. Yes. Company.
this dude, he wrote a book called Sell Unafraid. He was a painting contractor for years. He was a Marine before that, but and he's also been a host on HGTV. So,
Cool.
but he's like probably everybody on here. Like, he's been in the trenches. He understands the grind, and he understands what it means to build a business and the type of leadership that you have to develop. Like, as you grow, if you want to grow a business, you have to become a leader, and you have to, like, your leadership skills go up, your team is able to grow and expand. And he's been in the trenches, he's been on the top of the mountain, and he's just a like he's the kind of guy you want to have a beer with. You also, like, if somebody pulled out a knife, you'd want him standing beside you too, because he'd knock him out. He's
Love it.
a really cool guy. So he's going to keynote on day one. Um, then guys that you probably are familiar with, I don't know if everybody listening is, but we've got, Patrick Clark.
Yep.
Yep.
He's a power
Better.
washing. He did sales. I want to say Salesforce, but that's the wrong. Anyway, he had the sales training organization, Brandon Vaughn,
Mhm.
and he has built such an array of successful businesses. From, he started working with his dad cleaning windows. They're just two of them. He bought his dad's company. There was one employee. It was him. And by the time he finished building that, they had almost 70 employees. And
Wow.
he sold that company and built the Wise Coatings brand, the epoxy floor coating business. And they've got, I don't know how many franchise locations now. I think it's more than 40. And then he's built Hire Bus, because one of the biggest pain points for any company who wants to grow is got to hire good people. And
Yeah.
you hear it all the time. You're like, people don't want to work. You can't find good people. Well, it's not true. It's just not easy. You got to have a system. You have to have a company that people want to come work for. And he's excellent at that. So he's going to be teaching and training. And then AC Lockyer, the kind of
Soft watch.
godfather of softwash. Yeah. He's got, I don't know if he has a new book out, but he's got a new keynote and presentation. Basically, I think he says, screw the pooch, burn it down, start from scratch. It's something like that. But it's,
Sure.
it's like, what happens if you have to start over? And AC is one of the guys, like, it's interesting. I hope I don't, I'm not trying to piss anybody off. You see a lot of young guys online that are like, we make $500 a day knocking on doors, and you're like, I can teach you how to make 5,000 a month. That's great. I appreciate those guys, the enthusiasm, the energy. But at some point you go, I want to learn from Yoda. I want to learn from a guy that's done this for 35 years and has seen all the cycles go up and down and up and down and come back around. Like, depending on where you are in your business or where you want to go, it's like learning to get to $5,000 a month, 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month is excellent. What if you need to get to 250,000 a month? What if you want to get, you want to grow a company that survives without you, that doesn't require your input day to day? And that's usually around, like, if you want a self-managing business, you're looking at, 1.2, 1.8 million in revenue for it to be self-sustaining without you, and have the leadership in place and be able to still be profitable. And then it goes from there. So AC's one of those guys. He's been down the road a long ways. And I don't know. I would tell you, like, we're just getting ready to start our speaker introduction and live streams next week, and I'm so excited about these guys, especially Tom. I haven't met him yet, but what a great array of, like, we don't have anybody that's speaking that is going to talk from theory. They've all been there, done that, got the battle wounds to show, and they can teach us. I'm like, God, I love that.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the huge convention. You get a hodgepodge of different speakers and different stories, different experiences, whether it be soft washing, window cleaning, gutter brightening, and these guys, especially like at the bar or walking around or socializing with people, you get those nuggets of information. Like that whole speaker, you're listening for 20 minutes, but you get three great things that they say, and you can bring it back to your business and kind of change your momentum for the year. The
Yeah.
huge holds a place in my heart. That's why I go every year. Is for the experience and for the knowledge, and talking to the guy in Florida, what makes his why is he charging what he's charging versus somebody in Maine.
Yeah.
It helps to get the different perspective from different markets. Like, damn, I do need to raise my prices. Megan Lights is right.
Yeah, that's right.
You hear
That's
a
right.
lot of stuff from everybody and take it with you.
Did I tell you guys about the first time I went to the Huge? It was 9 years ago. I showed up. I wanted to go because I wanted to meet some serious-minded business people. I was very stuck in our business. We were doing about 300,000. I'm like, I had 4 employees. It was going well, but I was stuck. I didn't know how to grow. I didn't have the leadership skills. And I'm like, I'm going to go to this thing called the Huge Convention. I want to meet some real business builders, and I just need some help. And like, my big goal in my head was, I want to meet somebody that's doing about $1 million a year, because that's where I wanted to get to. And it happened. Day one, keynote speaker Howard Partridge spoke, Mr. Phenomenal. And I sat down. The guy sitting next to me, a guy named Brian, and I started chatting. Turns out his business is doing about $1 million. He had been in it for about 15 years, and he's up in New Jersey. And I said, hey, let me take you to lunch. I want to ask you a question. So I took him to lunch. Well, he wouldn't let me buy. He bought steak dinner for me and whatever, but he shared one tidbit. It's like the comment at the bar. We're just talking about something. He's like, you should try this. And that try this added $50,000 in revenue over the next 2 years, $25,000 a year for 2 years.
It helped. Oh yeah.
I'm like, Andy bought my lunch. I was like, oh my God, I'm never missing another one of these conventions, because what I learned from the guy on stage, was phenomenal. But what I learned from the guy sitting next to me had real application and impact, and like paid for my stuff, 10 times over, 20 times over. I was like, okay, now I'm sold on getting together with people in the industry. Before that, I was a little skeptical. I was like, I don't know, I'm a goofball. Everybody must be goofballs in the window cleaning industry. I don't know if I want to hang out with 1,000 goofballs. Turns out I love it. I find my people.
Yeah, not much better than hanging out with your clan, right? And I had that same feeling going into my first Huge too, Sid. And my goal was I wanted to meet Jersey, and I wanted to meet Richie Blue. And those were like my two main things. I didn't catch Richie that first trip, but I got some quality time with Jersey. And to parlay or to expand on what Deeds was saying, it wasn't at the bar with Jersey, but it was at, like, there are times where you can get 5-10 minutes with somebody without having to have a dinner sometimes. And you can get little nuggets, like Deeds was saying, from these people, and everybody's willing to share. And that's the coolest part. And a lot of times when you're not at these events, sometimes people aren't willing to share, and they don't have time to do stuff because they're in their grind. They're in their day to day. They've got 20 employees, or they're running a magazine, or they're doing, they've got all these other things going on. So this is the time and place to get shit done. And there's, I can't say enough about what the Huge means to me. Like Deeds was saying it too. Every time I go, I learn something new, I meet someone new, and I walk away a better business owner and a better person.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So
it sums it up really well. That is so right on.
Hey, when are you starting? You mentioned earlier that you're going to be starting to do your interviews of the speakers. Are you going to be doing that on the Huge? Where are you going to be posting those? Are they going to be live? How do people track you?
we're live streaming off the huge convention Facebook page, and that'll be the primary thing. They'll go on YouTube, they'll go on the Facebook page, and they'll live there. We usually have, like when the last couple of years, we usually have 20 to 40 people on live, but then we'll have like 600 people watch it
Yeah.
later. It's not
Awesome.
it's scheduling, right?
Yeah.
But it's a great way to get a preview of the people that are speaking and to
Mhm.
understand, because if you got 30 speakers, but you've only got 5 time slots you can go, you got to pick 5.
You got to
And
trim the fat.
that's it. And you
And
go,
and I
who
don't
do
mean and I don't mean that in a bad way, Sid. Like there's no
no.
fat involved in any of these speakers. But you got to find out. You have to hone in for what it is that you need to adjust, right?
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
all trying to become better business people. We want to continue to grow. If you're already crushing on knowing your numbers, you might not necessarily need to go to that one. If you want to learn how to become a better leader, maybe that's the one for you.
Yeah.
So it's all about decision making and how you spend your time, so to say.
Yeah.
I
For
was going to
sure.
ask you. Oh, huge news. So for all of our friends that are out there, let's see, Chris Eckstein, Sharon Stone, Mason Haynes, Jake
Aaron Krantz,
Fano,
yeah.
yeah, Scott Ankranz, the Prez of the IWCA is in the house.
All right.
For all you guys who have not purchased tickets yet, I got great news. Sid announced it yesterday or the day before. In honor and celebration of our nation's 250th birthday, the Huge is taking off $250, bro.
All right.
$250
Yeah.
off. Tickets are now on sale for what? $149?
Yeah. Cue the applause is right.
Heck yeah. We'll do that
$149.
twice. Yeah. Double the applause.
I feel like a rock star.
So
Yeah.
twice, we need it nice.
Until the 4th of July.
Until the 4th of July.
America 250, it's like they're really the whole thing behind the Huge and entrepreneurship is freedom, and there's no better way to celebrate like to recognize the greatness of our country. Yeah, country's got challenges, always has, but guess what? It's still the place where people around the world want to come here for opportunity, and we're blessed to be here. And you can basically grow and do whatever you want
Yeah.
because
And we
of the
Land of
persevere.
opportunity.
yeah.
And we
So
persevere.
yep, yeah.
So
That was a big call for us to go like 250 off, but we're like, hell yeah,
can I say
we
something
do this
too?
once.
And that
Yeah,
is, I don't remember seeing the ticket price that low, first off. Thank you. Second, because a lot of people, 349 or 399, it's not such a big deal, but sometimes that 149, that price point is doable.
Smoking deal. Yeah.
It
yeah,
is doable. It is doable. It is doable. So go get your tickets today, guys. If you are looking, we are going to give away a ticket later today. And along with the great news that Sid mentioned about the 250 off, we got even better news. Sid and the great folks at the Huge are going to be nice enough to set us up with 1 ticket per week for the entire month of July. So,
Awesome.
gang,
go.
if you guys want to go,
Where's it?
hit us up. But we want to make sure that
I'm slow on
exactly.
that one, but we got it.
We want to make sure that
Isn't
you
that-
guys are going to take advantage of this and use this opportunity. So when we have announced winners, you are the winner, but we probably won't get you the QR code or the access code for about a week or so. We just want to make sure that you got all your ducks in a row. These tickets, we want to make sure that they go to use. They're not just sitting in the ether. So if you're serious about going and you want to go, let us know. We will get you some tickets. I am so stoked to be able to Deeds. How great is it to be able to get some tickets in the hands of our friends?
It's awesome. I mean, we did that with IWCA. We were lucky enough to give some away, and we brought a lot of friends with us. It was an amazing time. It was really, really great to see some of our favorite people here in the mornings and spend time with them. And we hope you do the same. So jump on this ticket price, guys. This 149 is an insane deal. Lock it in now. Get that. Book your flight. Southwest is cheap, and make sure we see you there at the Huge Convention in August.
Yeah, and seriously, if you go to a movie, you go to a concert, if you go to like do something cool, what's the best way to enjoy that?
With your friends.
With your friends. It makes it all so much more enjoyable. So
Yes.
Yeah, what an opportunity.
Today, noon on my time, 3 p.m. Eastern, USA Soccer men's national team. The best way to watch sports, the best way to watch World Cup is with your friends, and the best way to attend the huge is with the
Is with
homies.
your friends. Yes.
So
That's it.
bring a homie. If they've never been, bring one. If you buy a ticket and then win a ticket, that's great. You can transfer that ticket and you can give it to somebody else. We want you there. We want everybody there to experience the greatness that is the huge.
Yes.
Um, my
Excellent.
second huge, my second huge really transferred or really changed the direction of not only my business, actually, it didn't change the direction of my business, but it helped change the direction of me personally. It's where I started to do those recordings with the meta glasses. And the first person I recorded was the wonderful Frank Rave. And we all know Frank. I don't know if is Frank still in the building? I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
did Frank check in today, Deeds?
Frank did check in today. And while we're at it, let's check. Oh, hold on. Make sure I get this right. Give me a second. Yes, Frank did check in this morning. Let's roll that beautiful bean
Yo, good
footage.
morning, Frank fucking Rave. It's in Europe, the Netherlands. It's 90 Fahrenheit.
Yikes.
It's hot, it's sweaty. I have a beautiful job, inside, outside. First clean, they're going to sell the house. It's a beautiful house. I wish you all a happy Friday and a very nice weekend. Stay safe. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao, Frankie. Ciao,
Love it.
ciao.
That's our man
My
in
man,
Amsterdam,
Frank.
Sid. Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
So
Yep.
so let me just break it down for you guys like this. We all know how popular Frank is. We all know that he's a rock star. We all know that he's an OG window cleaner. I wouldn't know Frank. Deeds wouldn't know Frank the way that we know Frank unless we attended these events. Frank is a friend. He is like he's a friend of the show. He's a friend. So if you have some of these people that are your peers that you might look up to or admire or enjoy their work, if they're going to the huge, guess what? You go to the huge, you guys can be homies too. It is definitely the way to connect with people in our industry, and I'm telling you, I, Deeds wouldn't be where he's at. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it weren't for events like this. So Sid, I just got to say thank you for doing all that you do. And I'll be honest too. You all right over there?
Yeah.
I'll be honest too. One of my favorite things is actually watching you work. You when you get the mic in hand, when you start to MC, and when you take over, bro, it's a show. And I'm not sure. So
Thank you.
when you
Well played.
watch your kids succeed, it's always great. When you see your friends succeed and fucking crush and knock it out of the park as well as you do, and also to see you having so much fun, it really brings joy to me. Not that I know that's not what you're not doing this to see Jason
I'm doing it for
happy.
you. It's for you,
Yeah,
Jason.
but it feels so awesome. I love seeing you get in the groove and introducing people and helping make people feel better. It's just you're great at it, Sid, and I'm not sure there's many other people that can do what you do. So I appreciate you, my man.
Well,
Heck
thank
yeah.
you. Hey, I've got one more thing that I'd love to share with everybody before we go. So there's, we always we've got the main stage on Thursday and Friday. We've got the trade show the day before. So on that Wednesday, those are the day before classes. We don't even have a good name for them. We call them the accelerated classes or whatever. There are four this year. Tom Reber's doing something. Christmas Light Contractors doing something. But one I want to mention, we've only done this by invitation only in the past, and that is the huge mastermind. So we spun off a mastermind, the huge convention. We've got about 100 members, and we started to open it up because it was very closely held, referral only. So, but I'm hosting the day before an afternoon. We call it the 10x business experience, and
Okay.
anybody who wants to go can go. We have parameters on who can join the masterminds, like number of employees, 5 employees or more, and the revenue that should go with that. But the 10x business experience, anybody wants to go, it is a few $100. You have to pay to be in there, but we're going to show you very clearly what your business would look like 10 times bigger than it is now. And make it very attainable. It's a phenomenal eye opener if you want to grow. Like if you're like, I want to see this thing blow up. And we also have a tool. I won't even tell you what it stands for, but we called it the EDDM tool. And I've never taken anybody through that exercise where they didn't go, holy shit, I saved, like, I just saw where I could save 12 grand a year, get all this time back. It's a really eye-opening tool. Thing that happens, like you're so busy in your day-to-day, like you're putting out the fires, you're doing the stuff, you're keeping the trains on time. And we often don't take time to step back and look at the infrastructure of what's happening and make adjustments in the infrastructure that make certain outcomes inevitable. And that's what we do with the 10x business experience. And so I think it's $399, but we have an absolute guarantee with no fine print. And that is this: if you come and spend the whole time, go through the process, if you don't believe that you got 10 times your money's worth, we'll just stroke you a check. We'll refund your money. So
Wow.
it's
That's,
a
that's
great
a great.
way to be in a smaller room. We'll cap it 100 people, but you're in a room with people that want to grow. So if that's you, if like you want to grow, maybe you don't know how, or you don't know what, or you know what you want to do, but you're uncertain on how to get there, or you just need the confidence of seeing somebody that's already done it. That's the room that you want to be in. So I didn't mean for that to be a sales pitch. That's not really the point, but it's
No,
like
it's an informative
yeah.
piece that needs to be said. And I remember, so I didn't do the mastermind with you guys. I don't qualify. I don't have those employees and I didn't have those numbers, but it is something that I want to be around those types of people.
Yeah.
2 years ago, you did have a mastermind dinner. Is that what it was called? Or is that a
Yeah.
VIP dinner?
Oh, we did a VIP dinner, and was that the one where we went to we went off site.
Standard?
We didn't at the Standard.
Oh my God,
That
Sid.
place is killer. Oh my god, I love that
So that
place.
was like the most insane night for me. I was super nervous because I was by myself. And at this point too, I'm just like just a guy. I mean, I'm still just a guy, but like I don't really have an online presence. I mean, I have my business presence, but I'm probably pulling between 75 and 85 a year. I didn't have any set employees. I get to this event. And like I said, we just mentioned earlier, it's important not important, but it's nice when you go with friends. Well, I'm going to this event solo. I'm nervous, like anxious. I get to my seat, and then at my seat, I'm sitting next to the keynote speaker, and then Danny Lear, who's
Yeah,
also a phenomenal speaker, Caffeine and Kilos,
yeah,
author, motivational guy, business owner. But those dudes made me feel like I was just one of the guys, and then said, you know what I mean? It was just a really great experience. So,
yeah.
um,
Do you remember
anytime,
there? We had a panel that night, and we had our keynote on there, and there was a guy named Jonathan Potoshnik. Jonathan Potoshnik has a eight figure. He's got a 10 or $11 million lawn care company in Dallas, but he's he doesn't work in the business at all. He's the guy that built Service Autopilot, the software, and he built that. He sold it a few years ago for large exit money. And so he's dealing with numbers that are like take whatever iron and add not a zero, add a comma with three zeros after it. Like this guy's really doing a
yeah,
ton. But we're all talking about like what's the ticket, the like what are some of the keys to growth and stuff. And he's very low key, but he got very animated for a split second. He said, just stop. He said, I'm gonna save you all the trouble and all the headache. He said, it's your people. You have to invest to have the right people. And he told a story about it. They had a key guy. They were paying $250,000 a year salary. And that makes me nervous to think of paying somebody that much. And he said they weren't getting the results they needed. They let him go. And they hired somebody and started paying him $400,000 a year salary. And I was like, "Ugh," I'm choking on my pork chop at this point. And he's go, and everybody is like, yeah, that makes you nervous, doesn't it? He was not bragging at all. But he goes, this guy added like $8 million of revenue to their company. He's like, you have to, if you want high performance, you got to invest in high performing people. He's like, it's all about your people. And for that day was a big shift in the way we operate our business. Instead of me looking for how can we charge more and pay our people less, I started looking at how can I pay our people the most we can possibly pay them. Like I get thrilled when my team, when their paycheck is bigger than mine, which is most of the times, each individually. I have a small salary. They get, I pay people as much as I can. And guess what? We haven't lost a person in 4 years. Like we've had 100% retention rate. We have one guy that just became a father. He's moving out of state with his wife. So we're going to lose our first guy in 4 years. But I was like, what a critical component. Anyway, I kind of hijacked that because I remember that night,
No,
Jason, and the guys
it
that were
was
speaking and being in
fantastic.
that room. I was nervous with the people that were in that room as far as like, you ever have like imposter syndrome? Because I'm introducing them and asking questions. And I'm like, I don't belong
So
here.
no,
These
no,
guys
no,
are
Sid.
killing me.
That's kind of what I was trying to get at, right? Like I was scared, and I don't mean to sound like a little bitch or anything, but like, look, man, I'm just a residential window cleaner, and a lot of us suffer from the imposter syndrome, and
Yeah.
I didn't really know it was a real thing. And I thought I was the only one that suffered from it until I talked to about 98% of
else.
everybody else. So yeah, it was a real deal. And the people that were there really put my mind at ease and made it feel comfortable and made it be known that, hey man, we all start somewhere. And that's
Yeah.
the one of the other great things about the Huge is it's an information sharing and information gathering and collecting event. So if you are a data person and you like input and you like numbers and you like information, this is the place to be. Sid, I know that you're on a
Okay.
timeline, so
Yep.
we won't keep you too long. Uh, Anything else that you'd like to share with us before you get out of here? And Mark and I will stay on. I know you got to split,
Yeah.
but we're going to keep up and chat with some of our friends. Anything else that you want to share with us before you get out of here? And
Yes.
before you get out of here, I would love it if you would like to give some people some shout outs because you know how we do it on Goo and Deeds. You got to share the love, baby.
That's right. So first of all, and the main thing, it's like I appreciate what you guys do. Like
Thank
you're
you.
making a difference within the industry. And it's like it's a small pocket. It gets bigger every day, but you've created a space where you're doing this 3 times a week. You got people that come in and say hi. And a lot of people, like somebody like yourself, maybe they're isolated in their own spot. It's like that Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning where they can just pop in for a minute. It feels like okay, this is my people. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. I'm not
Cool.
alone. I can do this. And so
We're here
what you
for you.
guys are doing is important. And I really appreciate it. So
Thank
thank you. Um, the shout outs, where I cannot wait to see our folks from Michigan with the Rolling with the Window Cleaner Museum again this year.
Yeah,
Grace
Craig and Grace.
and Craig. Yeah. I always want to say Grace and Ted because Grace Nugent, but I know it's not, dad's name is Craig. They just do phenomenal stuff. And it's up at my warehouse at the cave. I think I showed you guys last time. A buddy of mine made me a lamp.
Yes.
Yeah,
A
that's
window
awesome.
cleaner's lamp made out of squeegees and a water-fed pole brush. I was like, that's the kind of stuff that belongs to the museum. I love what they do. There are way too many people to shout out, but like things I'm looking forward to, the people that are coming to the Huge. We got great speakers. We got great vendors like WCR. I mean, I always get a charge out of talking to Alex, to Chris, to Jersey, the crew at WCR. And now
Yep.
you got the logo up there and getting with our people. I don't know. There's too many to mention, but I can't wait to see you guys in the weeks leading up to the Huge like this.
Yep.
I especially can't see you face to face in Orlando, where I will spend my time indoors because you guys are used to heat, even though it's dry. But I lived in Florida for 8 years, and the idea of being outside on the lawn at 96 degrees and 100% humidity is not a crazy idea for me. But being inside with my people,
There
maybe
you go.
having a little bourbon, a little conversation, like ready.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Get a
Feel the
little
heat.
loose.
That's right.
Yes.
All right.
Get a
Hey,
little loose.
I'm sorry I have to leave, but thank you very much for having me on.
Yep.
I'm excited for everything you got going on. And Ticket McPickett, maybe he's the winner. Who knows?
Yeah.
But appreciate you guys helping.
We'll figure it out.
Help them get those tickets out.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure that everybody
All right.
gets taken care of. I asked that they enter it in the chat. We'll let you get out of here, and we'll keep up the good work. We appreciate the hell out of you, Sid. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you,
Okay, buddy?
Sid.
All right. Y'all take care.
Thanks,
See you.
Sid. Bye-bye.
You're the best. There's Sid Graef, everybody. Give him a round of applause. Woo!
I'm clapping my hands so I can't do it, but hold on. Bam. Yeah, that's awesome. He's giving us some
Yeah.
tickets to give away. We're gonna hook up our friends and get them rolling to the Opryland in Orlando. So can't wait to
Not
do
Opryland.
that. Oh yeah, not the Opryland. I'm thinking
Gaylord, not
it's the
Opryland.
Gaylord. The Gaylord Opryland is Nashville. Orlando.
Yep.
20 Orlando and
So,
gone.
our homeboy Jay Camarero, John J, just said, yeah, the huge is definitely worth it, but you have to actually implement the systems that you learn at the huge. And I will
Yes.
say Jay is absolutely right, because I've been 4 times and I still haven't implemented some of the shit that I've learned there, but I have continued to learn and grow. So that's just as important in my opinion.
Yep.
What do you is one of your favorite memories of the huge? So of some of the few that you've been to?
Well, I'd say my favorite huge would be the end of COVID huge, the one where all the window cleaners gathered in Atlanta and we all took our fucking masks off. And everyone around us is like, what the fuck are they doing? They're taking their masks off? Are they nuts? So, like, we're in the elevator and we're all drinking beers going up or down or whatever. And you've got like 3 people in the elevator, 2 washers, and you got like a family all got their masks on, ready to go to the, dinner or whatever. And we're all just, having a good old time. And it was really cool. That was my, fun experience because we all had that shitty year and a half. And then it was
Yeah.
really cool to be around people again because we had all been stuck inside and shit for that year. So that was really cool to see our friends and everything. That was an earlier huge. That was like 4 years ago. So it's been a while. But that was a really great experience. And then every huge, I mean, my favorite experience is just getting to talk to people. That the keynotes are great because you can take some notes and like, yeah, I need to scale. Yeah, I need to do daily posts and bullshit like that. And I need to update my business profile. And then you're talking to a guy, you're like, you know what? I really should, when I send that estimate for window cleaning, I should tell him, we'll clean your screens. We'll clean your screen for free this time if you accept an inside and outside window cleaning. Or if you do just exterior window cleaning, we'll clean your driveway for $99 or something like that. So it's little tips of the trade or tricks that other contractors are using that are successful that you can pick up and implement in your business. So that's one of my favorite things, aside from meeting and talking with people, which I love to do all the time anyway. It's implementing and realizing what you've been doing wrong and how you can make your business better. So one thing I did years ago was implementing a small gift. So my wife was doing Young Living, so she was doing like scented oils and shit like that. Well, they have a spray cleaner that's just like orange, lemon, nutmeg, clove, cinnamon, all natural. What I used to do is I used to make a bottle. I wish I had one floating around, but I don't. But I used to use a little spray bottle, maybe a 16-ounce spray bottle, a glass bottle, beautiful. I would put the thieves cleaner in it. And after a window cleaning or driveway cleaning, I would leave a little bag with a stapled thank you card on their porch. It's like, hey, this is an all naturals cleaner from Young Living, blah, blah, blah. My wife, whatever she does, we want to, we took care of cleaning your windows or washing your driveway, your gutters. This, use this inside, use this on your granite countertops. It's safe for cats. It smells great. It does great degreasing, stuff like that. So I picked that up because the guy said, you got to give a little gift, leave something for him. 5 rounds for door hangers and stuff. I had no idea what I was doing years and years ago. So the guy I was talking to at a bar was like, you got to get door hangers, man. You got to hang those things or get your employees out there to leave, 5 or 10 of them. And so it clicked. So I got with Steve and Jill over at WSR Marketing, bought myself some door hangers for the first time, about like 1,000 or 2, put them out, and I was seeing like 3 out of 100. So I was selling jobs on my time off. If I had a day to do nothing, I would walk a neighborhood and pass out 60 or 100 door hangers and then hope to God the phone would ring, and it would. So it's just learning and analyzing and implementation. Implementation is the biggest. You can go and have the biggest wah-wah, woo-woo, fun, inspirational time at these conventions, but if you don't go home and actively pursue and do the things you learned, all it was a nice high. So I think a lot of our friends who show up do accept a lot of that info and implement it. And that's what we should be doing. Go to these events, mingle with people, learn, talk, converse, fill your bucket and enjoy yourself, but go home and try to implement that stuff in your business to make that extra 5, 10, 20K a year. Because at the end of the year, it pays off.
It does indeed. So far, it only looks like 3 people have even asked or entered. It looks like Nate Pickett, and the two of the Masons, Hembry and Haynes. If you guys are interested, go ahead and put ticket in the chat. And I think what do you think we should do? The best way to do this is maybe later this afternoon after we've let a couple more people get in. Or do we want to do it at the end of the show and just,
We'll probably
do
do
it for
like
the
a
live
Friday.
audience?
Do you want to do it for like a Friday, 5 p.m., 6 p.m. or something, or 4:30 or whatever time you like? Because that way we can let people who are, cause a lot of people are working right now, slinging windows or suds. So when they
Yeah.
get home, if they watch the replay, or if somebody calls like, hey, you got a comment ticket, I want that. We also got a Jad Weimar has a ticket in there as well.
Oh,
I think he's on one of
so
ours.
yeah. Hold on. That dude
Yep.
I see every year at the Huge, and I'm gonna ask. I always, because of the way his name is spelled, I always want to say his name improperly, but it's yeah,
Is
Mr.
that right,
Weimer,
Weimar?
dude.
Oh, cool.
It's the first name. It's Jad but it doesn't, like, I don't know how to say it, and it just, because of the way it looks, I want to butcher it, and I don't even know if I'm saying it right or saying it wrong. But he has been to every Huge that I've been to, and I'll turn around and he's right behind me, and I'm
Huh.
like, oh wait, yeah, how are you? So yeah, we'll enter him in as well. And yeah, he and his wife, I believe, have been to the last few. So, and actually Sid just texted back. He said, Mark, he told me to tell you, hey, thank you for having us on. He had a great time.
Awesome.
So Sid is the best, bro. He
Yeah.
every
Yes, he
time I
is.
talk to him, it makes me feel better. I've told you guys a story before, or I don't know if I have, but I was having I got back from the Huge 2024. I was on cloud nine. A lot of shit was going right. But I had just gotten, my first, I got bitched out by a client, right? And that hadn't happened in years. And I was all in my head and, hey, chill out. I was all in my head, and it was just, I was not feeling it, right? Like, I was having a real bummer day. And
Mhm.
Sid just so happened to reach out that day. And I was driving home, and when he called, I just pulled over. And I was so excited to hear from him. And the message that he sent to me that day um reminded me that I just got to keep pushing and that I'm not an asshole. Don't worry about what that bitch had to say. Like, that's not what he told me,
Mhm.
but it was basically like, hey, Jay, you're a good guy. Don't sweat the small stuff. Like, you just told me this is the first one of these phone calls you've had in years. Don't let some lady that doesn't know you or what you've been through,
Mhm.
uh, determine how you're going to take care of the rest of your day. So Sid is a guy that I love having in my corner, and I think we all need somebody like that in our corner to remind us sometimes, hey, it's gonna be all right, And so I appreciate you, Sid, and all the people at the Huge. I'm super excited to give away a ticket today. Deeds, what do you
I was
think,
wondering,
man?
maybe we should. What I'm doing now is I'm putting the people in the wheel spinner. I wonder if we should just do it live this morning, just because we'll
Yeah,
do it on
fuck
the
it.
live show. Fuck it,
Do
we'll
it
do it
live.
live.
God damn it.
All right, so I'm just making sure. Let's focus here. I've got Jad, Craig E, Mason H, Brother H, Damien, and John Lala. I know we've got one or two more floating out there somewhere. Chris
You put
Eckstein,
Nate Pickett.
Nate Pickett.
Nate
We
Pickett.
got
There
Chris
was
Eckstein.
Groovy Bubbles popped in this morning. I knew that he wanted one. I think he wanted one. I don't know if he popped in for that reason, but
I think he did, yeah.
um, and there was somebody else too.
We have to be, yeah, John's like, you all did say you have to be present to win. You're right. So yeah, we are going to do it live. None of this 5 p.m. stuff.
Well, they don't have to be present, but they had to pop on at least.
Yes, comment during the live feed, correct. And what
Correct.
we're going to do from now on, we're going to stream live to the pro page and at the same time simulcast it to our Goo and Deeds podcast Facebook page. So it's going to both at the same time. So we have two places to look for comments.
Yeah. So if
But
you don't have to be a member of the pro group anymore, right?
no, you don't. Just have to follow, like, and we got John Magdos also on that wheel. Let's add John Magdos. He was like the first one to say, hey, what's up this morning?
Miggy
Morning, Johnny.
Magdos. I still have a whole look. Hold on. I'm going to show John something. I got a whole thing of clothes. I can't really. I got a whole stack of shirts for John Boy. Oh, but I can't flip my
Not John Boy.
night, John Boy. 1, 2, 3. I can't show you these, but because I'm doing them like that, but I got a whole stack of shirts here for Mr. Magnos whenever he's ready to come pick them up.
Stack.
Whole stack. Got a couple new WCR shirts in there for you too, buddy. So just hit me up, homeboy. What I also
Nice.
want to know, is where's everybody watching the USA game? Are you guys getting down? USA. USA. I watched
I'm
the
putting.
Mexico game last night too. It was phenomenal.
Yep.
That was fun. Deej, are you doing some wagering during the World
Yeah,
Cup?
I do a lot of parlays, but I've been getting, I'll do a parlay where you pick 4 guys, and if they all hit above, 2 shots on goal, one guy has to do under 45 passes, the other guy has to do 60 fucking, passes, the other guy has to do 1 point. So I do a lot of the parlays, and so I get lucky sometimes, but most of the time not. I'm not really a soccer, NBA guy. I'm really good at football. So when the
Yeah.
football season comes up, I can do this guy passes more than this yards, this guy fucking runs 76 yards. That's my jam. When I'm doing like women's softball or women's basketball. You got British darts. You've got some rugby. You've got some paper scissors rock action. So I've got a disease. Yeah, I'm an addict for gambling. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'll put a $2 parlay on 6 picks to turn it into $75, and I've hit it a couple times. So it's fun. It makes watching South Africa versus like the Congo soccer more interesting when you got $2 on the line.
$2 on the line. There you
$2
go.
on the line, but you can turn that $2 into $150 as long as your crazy picks happen, which happens sometimes, but not enough. Not enough. Who are you rooting for? You want Australia today?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. Damn
Come on,
Aussies.
man. So you want to hear what I wish I should have sent you something earlier that pissed me off about the Canadians.
Rebel.
So yesterday, in between games, the networks go to something called Football HQ, which is like they go to a live stream from wherever the game is being held or being so they were in Vancouver, right? So they're looking at the live party. The newscaster is interviewing people. They're doing a live feed, right? And so she asked this group of 3 guys a couple questions. The first guy says something. The second guy says something. The third guy's wearing his Canada jersey, and he's like, yeah, I hope Canada wins today. It should be a good match, but all I really hope for is that USA loses. And I was like, fuck this guy.
Yep.
It felt, you know what it reminded me of? You know what it
What's that?
reminded me of? It reminded me of my fandom in the NFL and NBA about watching the Dallas Cowboys lose and the LA Lakers lose. It made me feel like the USA was the Dallas Cowboys of the nations. And if here's my comparison.
Yeah.
You either love them or you despise them.
Correct.
If my team loses but the Cowboys lose, then it's an okay day.
It's fine. Yeah. Damn Cowboys. I think the only people that like the Cowboys are like people within like 242 miles of Dallas Fort Worth and like parts of like Europe and stuff.
No, there's Cowboys.
Oh crap.
Yeah, they drive me nuts.
Yes. But yeah, soccer should be good today. Should be a good event. I've got a house wash and a window cleaning this morning. That's like a 45-minute drive away. So I got to drive 45 minutes to the job, sweat my ass off because we've got crazy Arizona-like conditions. This is yesterday's feel-like temperature stuff. We had 108, 111 where I'm at. And this morning, the high right now is 82, going to hit a high of 92, 100% humidity, and it's going to feel like 104. So I have to stop drinking this, and I need to move to water like immediately because I'm just going to, as soon as I walk outside, I'm just going to sweat out of every pore. My shirt's going to turn into jelly. And so I also got to bring extra shirts to work because when you're in high humidity, all you do is turn into a wet sponge and you walk around wet all day and you can't cool off because it won't evaporate because of the high humidity. So it's a very tricky, dangerous situation when working in the high heat humidity. But you're lucky in that you have like zero humidity. You deal with the 112s and stuff. That's why you go to work at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But here in Houston, even going outside for a morning walk at like 80 degrees is still like, it's hot. So that'll be a fun working day.
I think we had a humidity level of like 30 yesterday. We're at about 108 today, I want to say.
Wow.
Nothing terrible. But yeah, it's a good one. A good heat. Yuck. Jake Van O, I know I see him in the chat, and Jake's mentioned to me before, yeah, he's going on a trip right ahead of time. Jake, does that mean that you're going to be unable to attend even if you win a ticket? Let me know. I'd love to hear what you have to say on that one. And
Yes.
seeing John Magno say that he wants to go, that's pretty spectacular.
Hell yeah.
Uh
I would love to meet John.
yeah, John's a good dude, man. And I think that one of these days he needs to get to one of these events so he can meet his people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one thing when you have these friendships online, but then it's another thing when you really get to watch them grow and flourish.
Yeah.
Our buddy Adam Hogan Jr., we're in a group text together, the Orlando chat. There's about 7 or 8 of us in there, and it's going off all day. And one of the nice things about it is there's never boredom, and you always got a friend or a homie to bullshit with. And when you go to these events, you really do get an opportunity to find your people. So
Yep.
give
Get
yourself some
yourself there.
grace. Yeah, give yourself some grace and get to one of these events. So
Yeah.
let us know if you want to get a ticket. We got about 5 minutes left. Do you want to go ahead and start collecting? Do we have all the names already?
Yeah, I got Jed, Craig E, Mason H, Brother H, Hembry, Damien, John Lalott, Nate Pickett Ticket, Chris, Groovy Bubbles, John Magdos. So if you didn't hear your name called and if you said ticket, let me know.
Yeah. Yep. I'm trying to look back through our comments just to double check.
Yeah. Same here.
Let me see here. So I'm using Marissa's laptop today. It's an iPad, I think, and I'm still trying to figure this one out.
It happens.
Yeah, it does happen. Mike Prince. Oh, Mike Prince is who I thought when I said Nate Pickett, didn't you win something from us? It was Mike Prince who won something from us. He won
Yeah.
the gutter gizmo, right?
Gutter giveaway last month.
Oh shit. Craig Edmondson said yesterday me and Damien had the craziest job ever. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, tell us.
Next week. You want to talk about guests next week?
Guests next week. I don't have the guest list in front of me, but what do we got?
So next week, Monday, you and I shooting the breeze. We'll probably go over everything that we just discussed today. Hopefully the USA win and how awesome and bitching it was. We will discuss on Wednesday. Hold on. It's fucking dogs, bro.
Doggy dogs.
Yeah.
The convention is the end of August. I think August 25th and 6th, around that time.
26, 27, 28.
26, 27, 28. There you go.
And
Wednesday,
I think
Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, I think it's actually a Thursday, Friday event, but I believe that you and I are trying to get there Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
One of the nice things is I think the event, the showroom floor isn't open until I believe Thursday.
Yeah,
So
Thursday,
one of the
9
things,
a.m.
yeah, one of the things that I found to be true is if you are trying to reach out and meet some of these people, a lot of times if you go a day early, that's where the action is.
I'm probably going to get there Tuesday.
Yeah, you and I actually firsthand. We were there last year walking around. Sid was actually the first person we bumped into. And we had a great conversation. And also it gave, so you and I Sid and I had interactions before in the past. And I think you've crossed paths with them a couple times, but being able to actually have that conversation in person, how does that change perspective? And how do you think that adds value when you're there with them and you really get to know somebody?
Well, it's the direct conversation. I mean, the personal touch and the relationships you can start and create and build with people is just amazing. That's what these events are all about. Sid is an awesome dude. He's very open. He'll shoot it to you straight. And just talking with him for those few minutes and stuff, it's really great because you're going to bump into people like Sid or like Kristen Alex the whole time. Hey, I just wanted to give you a thank you. Your videos inspire me. We had Keith Kalfas at one of the Huges 2 or 3 years ago, and I started window cleaning watching his videos of him talking about, oh man, I was so nervous trying to clean this lady's window that I broke. And his whole delivery and he's inspiring. So people like Sid, people like the keynote speakers, people like yourselves, like other washers, it's important to get there early because everyone's getting there the day earlier to unwind and see other people and get their shit ready. So get there early. That way you don't arrive on Thursday, the day it starts, and you just got to run to the airport and try to meet the classes. So get there early and treat yourself.
So I'm gonna share something with you guys too, and this isn't about me. This is, and I hope Fletcher doesn't mind me doing this, but Fletcher's a pretty good guy. 2024, we're all sitting at the bar. Fletcher's there. He's recovering from an injury, and he's over there hanging out. And I was doing my. It was the first time I'd met Fletch. I was doing my interviews with the Metas, and Fletcher is already an established window cleaner. He's got a huge TikTok following at this time. You know what I mean? He's already earning income from his TikTok videos and things like that. So Fletcher has a name for himself at this time, right? But
Sure.
Fletcher is also a big fan of Steve-O, the window cleaner. And he says to me, "Hey man, that's Steve-O over there, bro." And I was like, "Yeah, he's a good dude, right?" And he's like, "Bro, I'm the biggest fan. He's like, he's pretty bitching, man." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, go talk to him. He's not like, he ain't gonna bite your ass." And so we get done with the interview, and I walk over to Steve, and I'm like, "Yo, you know Fletcher over there?" And he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm a big fan of his work, bro. That guy's got all sorts of shit going on. His content's awesome." I was like, "That's hilarious because he just said the same thing about you. Why don't you go over and say hey?" So it's like you get an opportunity to hang with these dudes and get an opportunity to meet and chat and visit. And I want each and every one of us to have that opportunity if it's something that's in your heart that you want to attend. If we can help you get there, I want to be a part of it. Deeds,
Yeah.
that's what we do, right? Try to bring people together. One of the reasons we started this whole Goo and Deeds was that so we could support one another in times of
Share your stories. Yeah.
well, in times of grief and strife, but also to celebrate together, right, bro? Like we just
Yeah.
said, it's like
Keep it up.
shit ain't great unless you're doing it with your homies. So
Yeah.
let's get those names on the list. How many do we have so far?
Jason Rains is on there. Hold on one second. Don't forget to announce next week's Yes Impossible. Yes, so Grace will be on that. We're going to announce every Sunday. We're going to do our weekly lineup Sundays, in the morning or so. But
I
we
can
do
tell
have
you
our
right
wheel.
now who's coming on. Wednesday. So next week is actually a big week for Mr. Mark Deeds, Klodzinski, and myself. Next
Boom.
week, Monday, episode 198, Goo and Deeds. Tuesday, or pardon me, Wednesday, 199, the homie Patrick Heffernan from Southwest Sunscreens is going to be on.
In the
Patrick has
house.
been a friend of mine for 7 years now. They own he as one of the owners and operators of Southwest Sunscreens. They've been a huge part of my growth as a business owner, as a man, and as yes, they've been a huge part of my growth. If it weren't for them, my summers would be dead. So we're going to talk a little bit about growth. We're going to talk a little bit about collaboration, working with people in different industries. We're going to talk a little bit about mental health. We're going to talk a little bit about recovery, and we're going to talk a little bit about whatever pops off. Patrick's a great guy, and I can't wait to have him on.
Yeah.
And then Friday, episode 200, homeboy. 200.
That's a lot.
Episode 200. We
Where
will
has the
have
time gone?
Alex Lambrinides of the Lambrinides clan. He's going to be joining us live, I believe, from the warehouse. He's going to pop in for a little bit, visit with us. I don't know if he'll be able to squeeze a whole hour with us, but any opportunity we get to spend with Alex is going to be great.
Yep.
Can't wait to hear what he has to say. And we'll be giving away another ticket next week.
Yes.
So if you
So
don't
if you
win
don't
this week,
today, try next week.
yeah, no, hit it up, Deeds.
All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. If you're not going to win this week, we're going to try next week. And I'm going to spin this wheel. Is that cool? See, I got
Absolutely.
everybody. All right. And I'll kind of use like a reflection of the phone, so I'm not cheating, etc. But hold on. All right. Jed. All right. Spinning.
How many names are on there?
maybe 11, 12.
So you got about about an 8% chance of winning.
Chris Eckstein. Chris, you are our winner. All right.
Freedom!
Freedom! Window cleaning. Let's get your ass there, Chris. We'll see you. We'll send a ticket out as soon as we get the that stuff rolling. But congratulations, and everyone else on that wheel. We want to see you there. So come back next Friday. We'll be giving another ticket away, or you know what? Even better, buy a ticket now. Buy a ticket now for $149 while it's on sale. Win the ticket, and then give that ticket to your buddy, or sell your ticket to your buddy. But
Yeah,
we need to see you down there. Make it fun.
Yeah, not only that, at 149, all of us can swing that. Most of us can swing that. I shouldn't say all of us. That's disrespectful. But most of us can swing that 149. And as Deed said, if you do end up winning a ticket, then you can transfer that ticket to one of the homies and have an even better time. Bring a friend and you can split the cost of your room, and it'll even be more cost effective.
Hell yeah.
So
That's where it's at, guys. But we
there was
do want to
something
see
else.
everybody down there again.
Oh yeah, I know what I was going to tell you guys. So,
Do it.
ticket price is $149 right now. That's outstanding. But
Mhm.
if you do sleep on it and that price expires, we got a code for you too to get $75 off.
Cool.
So don't sleep. You only have till the end of next week. July 4th is what day? Saturday or something?
Yeah, it's next week Saturday. Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So
2 weeks
yeah.
Saturday.
Okay. Well, get
On
your
a
ass
Saturday.
in. Get your ass in gear, gang. You want to get tickets at that 149 cost? Get them. Tune into the huge. Stay tuned in. Go like and follow the huge conventions page.
Yeah, they also
And
have a podcast, Huge Transformations, that Sid does. We forgot to mention that. Huge Transformations. I don't know, we'll put a link on there, but check that out because I think that's where they talk to a lot of business owners and stuff or users. So shout out to Sid.
yeah, and I think that we can eventually maybe share our stuff on the Huge's page too, but I got to double check with them to verify that
Sure.
we got confirmation on that. But it's been an exciting week, even though it's been kind of low key. We got some fun stuff announced. I'm really happy that we got that all squared away, and I'm super stoked that we get to share some time with our friends in just a matter of weeks. So yeah man, I'm jacked. And Chris Eckstein, one of the homies that we spent a ton of time with at the last Huge. Yeah, I mean, we spent hours with Chris last year.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Chris is a cool dude. And he brought his family to the IWIC, and so he spent a lot of time in splash parks and doing the fun amusement stuff. But we get to hang with him and chill. It was really cool. It's also good. Bring your families, guys. It's Orlando.
I think this go round, Chris is actually flying solo and not bringing the fam. So it will be
Cool.
more along the lines of how our huge 2025 went. So we'll
Smiles
find
all around.
Yeah, smiles all around. So I'm excited, man. What a great way to end the week.
Yep.
We're about ready to wrap this bad boy up. Is there anybody that you would love to give some shout outs to, Deeds?
Give a shout out to Sid. Thank you, Sid, for being a friend of the show, a friend of ours. You're an amazing dude. Always busy, always growing, excelling, and always helping out the other guy. You're helping all of us. You're bringing us up to help us get to a level that we attain to achieve, or a level that we can't even imagine ourselves being at. It's all doable. We just have to focus, implement, and have confidence in yourself. So Sid does a lot of that, and we appreciate everything he does for the industry as a whole. Thank everybody for watching and entering for our giveaway. Thanks, Sid, again, for hooking it up with some tickets we can give away to our friends and get them to these events. And thank you, WCR Zero, for everything you guys are doing. Kylie, for all her graphics and stuff that she does on the side. And thank you, Jason, for everything you do as well.
Word them up, homeboy. This book, Go Giver. Sid sent it to me a couple months ago. I read it. I highly suggest you guys read it as well. It is really all about the power of suggestion and the power of giving. When we, as people, are more generous with these things, sometimes it's some people call it karma. Some people call it, they call it whatever you want. But if you're a giver, things come back to you, man. So keep on keeping on. Be a giver. Share with others. Be there for your friends. Pick them up when they're down. just be a good person. Please be kind to one another. This industry has been so great to so many of us. If you want to continue to grow and be with like-minded individuals, the huge is where it's at, bro.
Heck
So
yeah.
I want to say thank you to, as Deeds mentioned, to the Lambrinitis, to Team Zero, hashtag Team Zero, to all the people at Sorbo. They're a great sponsor of the show. Keep up the great work. The tour that I was able to get last week in California was amazing, and seeing how all of Sorbo's products are put together just blew my mind. So again, shout out to Sorbo. Um, thank you, Deeds, and thank you, Kylie, for what you guys are getting done. And for 196 episodes.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. We
Let's see, how
haven't
many do
missed
we have?
we haven't missed a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday since February of 2025, I think. So yeah, we're just keep on keeping on.
Heck yeah.
Team USA, let's go. 3 p.m. Eastern. Go watch it. Watch it with your friends. Watch it with your homies. Watch it with your kids. Do your thing. Let me do your thing. I hope you guys have a great week. Shout out again to John Magdos, Mike Nichols, and let's give a shout out to the Lower Rung. They had a pod on yesterday. I missed their pod. I've been having a lot of fun the last couple of weeks popping on with those Yahoos. John B and Grubbs are great dudes. So if you haven't checked them out, go check their stuff out.
There's our buddy John B. with their stealing his drink. Like, hey, if you want this drink, you kind of come back and spank me. Nah.
You got to
We were
get
talking-
more of those.
We
How
were
many
talking
more of
about.
those do you have?
I've got about 6. I was just looking at him and laughing while everyone was talking. We've got one with Steve-O. You were talking about Fletcher. It's like, oh, I want to meet Steve-O. I was like, ooh, but we're gonna keep that for the.
Do you have the live video of that one?
Possibly, but it's in my photo library. I can't release.
I don't
those.
know. I don't.
It's good, guys.
So you know what? Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna get Steve back on the show in July, and I'm gonna ask him if we can play that video.
I will see. I might have deleted the video just so I didn't have any funniness. I was like, I don't even want to fucking deal with this. This is gone. But I've got pictures, and that was funny. Yeah. So if a dominatrix come at you to whip and ask you to whatever, what I did is she's like, come here, big boy. I'm like, I'm the fuck out of here. I'm married with 3 kids. I already go through this pain. So yeah,
you just didn't want video evidence. Don't be a liar.
Yeah. Hey, honey, I'm going to Vegas with the guys for the weekend. Everything's cool. And she sees a picture of the dominatrix. I'm in trouble.
I will say this though, it was all out in the middle of the street, so it wasn't like it was anything dirty or.
Oh yeah, it was fine, clean fun.
Yeah, so it was all in fun. I don't even think Kylie would have been pissed at you for that. I think she would have laughed her ass off. So, I think we got all of our thank yous out there. Just appreciate, love, support, and and I said I gave some shout outs. Billy, thank you, Billy. I love you, brother. I hope you have a great week. Shout out to Southwest Sunscreen. She's going to pop on next week. And again, shout out to you, Deeds. I hope you guys all enjoy the rest of your week. I got to go get some new tires this week. So I might be reaching out to Discount Tire. You know how we were jokingly talking about it before?
I've been there.
Yeah, when we had that we had like a 10-minute conversation about tires and whatnot. And so I'm going to go get some new tires this week, but I think I'm also going to try to reach out to somebody from Discount and see if we can't get a new plug.
Get a new plug. It's funny because a guy I met at a huge convention a few years ago, I was drinking beers with, I made a joke about the Discount Tire joke. He goes, actually, I've got that account. I was like, I bet you do. They got 30 locations in your city, right? Goes, yeah. I have a buddy of mine who does the Discount Tire windows in Houston, and it doesn't pay very well, but it is a cool account to have, and it's very nice.
I don't want to clean their windows. I want them to sponsor the show and have us, when we say change your rubbers, we can say change your tires, bro. Shit.
Yeah, get these beautiful Scorpions or these Michelin tubeless tires for your face. Yes.
Yeah.
We need Discount Tire. Anybody out there playing any Discount Tires? You got their contracts? Because it is like market based, so you've got to get like all the Cincinnati's. We'll find out in the chat.
Yeah, their main hub is actually in Scottsdale, Arizona. I drive past their I drive past their offices all the time. It's a huge complex too. So yeah, I got an in on almost everything. I just got to figure out how to line it up. So Let's
Cheers.
go enjoy. Let's go enjoy the rest of our Friday. Have a freaky Friday. Have a fantastic Friday. Go Team USA. What do you tell them, Deeds?
Change your rubbers and watch the USA game today at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Yay, yay. Team
Good.
USA. Let's go. Let's go. Change your rubbers, change your resin, change your tires,
Kill
change
that
your
passion
attitude if
bucket.
it's change your attitude if it's shitty, and change your underwear if they're shitty. Much
tires.
love. Stay up, stay gold. I hope those passion buckets are full. And if not, tune in Monday and we'll give it another shot.
Have a
Peace
good
out,
one.
y'all.